Hello, hello, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here with me. We are doing a little case study here. I don't have a question. This is just it's kind of a spread to just let the cards tell me what's going on in your energy, kind of what to expect. Yeah, so if you find yourself in this case study, awesome. If not, let it go for whoever it's meant for. And let's just dive right in. You can jump right in. Okay. Hello, sorry, I'm busy. I want to talk to you, but I'm also concentrating. Okay, that should be the right amount. If it's not, we'll see what the extra card is or whatever. All right, let's jump right in. Okay. So I'll show them to you as I'm putting down, but I need to kind of get in. I need them all set down so I can see everything together. So, okay. You know, when that ambulance goes by, I have a hospital right by my house. But when it does go by, it always leaves me the impression that there's actually an important message coming through. So take that if it resonates, you know. Sometimes I wish my table was bigger. Okay. I need 2 more over here. Okay. All right. I think you have to own, we'll see what else is coming out here, but it's looking like a little bit like you need to own your dark side a little bit, in a good way though, like let her out. Let her out, let her play. She's got something to tell you. What I was saying, oh, I realized I stopped showing you the cards. This is why I was saying that with this card coming out, okay, sorry. I don't even know when I stopped showing you the cards. The ego. This is definitely the ego card. Really having to look into the mirror and be like, what is that ego doing? What is that ego trying to tell me? This isn't a bad thing, by the way, you guys. Like, your ego is cool as hell. But sometimes it needs to get put in its place. As long as we're using the ego to help and to benefit, there's nothing wrong with it. But it does require that you have to look in the mirror and know when your ego is not doing the job that you want it to do. So you can give it the job of highest light, highest vibration, and take away the, the ego doesn't like to be wrong because it feels as though that's not safe, right? So sometimes we can lie to ourselves just because the lie makes us feel safe, but in reality, it's not safe at all because we're not living in the truth. We're living in an illusion. So that's interesting, that card coming out. All right, let me get into my feelers. I was joking about this in another video that it feels like I'm reading Braille when I do this. But let's see. So I do feel like you may have been isolating yourself a lot. But I think that you're getting whispers that you need to come out of this now, that it's time for you to expand, to grow. With the campfire, it's almost like, I don't know if you're the mentor or if you need a mentor, or this could also just be you associating with other people. But it is definitely you moving out of this isolation that you've recently been in. And again, there is this feeling that that you've been getting messages, that things have been coming up. And it may even be things from the past that are coming up, and they may be coming up in order for you to reconcile them. Meaning, if you've isolated for so long and you've really gotten to the core of something or found something out, and then you're kind of brought to, oh, you know what, I made this person feel this way. There's something like that coming out, but it's coming out in a way to expand you. And it's coming out in a way to just get you to change your behavior, but not in a shameful way, just like a way that you recognize is just not what you want to do any longer. There's bringing more balance, finding balance. I think that you have, you've been underway on some sort of journey. What I mean by like underway, you have been, you're, I would say, in the middle or mid beginning of creating something or doing something. And I do feel like right now it's requiring a little bit of balance. And it seems like it's balanced between your rest and your, you rest in your actions. Okay, there's something about that, like you can't be going 24/7, but you also can't stop for days at a time. There's something here about, finding this balance as you go, because again, it's like it's the beginning, but not the very beginning. So your things are likely gonna start picking up here. But again, it requires that there's a balance. And I think that you might be, so right underneath that, finding or, going down this path, we have the apple of my eye, which is the illusion card. Like you're not seeing something clearly, or you're doing something that you think is good for you, but it's actually not beneficial for you. So I do feel like there's something to look at what you've been doing, because it's throwing you out of balance. And it's not helping you the way that you thought it was. Let's see what else we got here. I think there could be, when your path is unclear, it's really important for you to practice self-care. Because it's almost like, so we have the corn maze, which is going like wrong turn, not wrong way, just like, oh, okay, I have to turn around, and instead of going right now, I'll go left, right? It's like a little, it's like an adjustment. And it appears that that adjustment is getting you on the right road with the harvest moon, with it slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self. To me, that's like move gently into figuring out the right path, right? And there is this piece. This is where I was saying, I think you need to let a little bit of the sass out so that you can either be, so you can get the right path, right? It's almost like you're scared to say whatever this, the what is Queen of the Dead? Whatever she wants to say, because you're like, oh no, that's not going to be good. But you have to face it, because there's something that you're doing that is kind of the wrong turn. And it's requiring that you face it in order to move past it. But it's not necessarily move. It's like to open up flow. Right now, that's something that is blocking you. It's like, yeah, right underneath that, we have shapeshifter. And I feel like it's like you are putting on some sort of face, and you just need to be honest with what that is and then move into that. The shapeshifter is adaptable. It's funny because it could be, there's shadowy things that come with the shapeshifter, but there's also positive things that come with the shapeshifter. So with this for you, though, in this position, I think the shapeshifter for you is a great thing, because it allows you to have all aspects of yourself. And I think that this is very beneficial for you. I feel like you are very supported. As you go through this. What I mean by support is I almost feel like you have a network of people that follow you. It might be slow, but you will be supported. But it does seem like it's going to be a little bit slow. I think it's, so then I have this though. It's going to be slow at first, but then I am seeing that something opens up for you. And it has to do with you opening up your heart to allow it. So that might have something to do with the Queen of the Damned too. You know, with this also. There's something you need to see with this haunted house, and especially sitting next to the Queen of the Dead. There's something that is underlying anxiety for you that either you're aware or you're not aware. I feel like you're aware though. You'll be aware that there's an underlying anxiety. You're going to feel it right here. That is in part because you will not let whatever wants to come out of you, and to adjust accordingly. Like if you don't like how that feels, or it feels wrong when you do it, you can adjust. You're a shapeshifter, but you have to allow yourself to kind of do the things to burn it out. So for you to get the wisdom. You know, there's some people that learn as they go. This is what this card is all about. You're learning as you go. There are other people who it's like they just do something and they just have this knack for doing it right the first time. There's so many different varieties of people who do things differently, and there's nothing bad or good. There's just the way that their energy is imprinted within them. If you're the person that's figuring it out as you go, it's because you don't want to do the research. You're likely more of like a hands-on person. You like to work with things, where other people, before they like to work with things, they want to see the idea planned out first. Neither way is right or wrong. It's just the preference and the speed at which you can get it done because you're more in flow. So again, not good or bad, just allowing it to come out. And for you, again, I'm just feeling that sense like you really need to allow it to flow out of you, and then again, adjust accordingly. When we have kitchen witchery, it's like this is sitting again at the bottom of that, which is this flow. It's abundance, right? It's like this is the festival for the harvest. Like all this stuff is in. We're going to have this great feast. So it's this combining of all of these parts of yourself, and then kind of, you know, making the pie like the ingredients. I need a little bit of this. I need a little bit of that. Does this feel like me? That type of a thing. You really, I feel, need to let that out. I am getting the impression that it coming of darkness, right? It says, all the lights are dimming, life is withering at the core, are you ready? And it does feel like a little bit here of guidance about darkness is always going to come. The night always comes. You cannot avoid when darkness comes. So there's a little bit of an emphasis here on kind of getting out of your shadowy ego when the darkness comes in. So I don't know if your ego is like throwing you off, like things aren't done right or I don't know what it is, but it's like your ego isn't seeing the darkness correctly, as in, no, it's gonna come, prepare for it, and then it's not as bad. And this is where the ego can be very useful, because it could be like, okay, I don't want to lose grip on what we have, so how can we maintain this as the darkness comes in? This is where I say utilizing your ego in a positive way doesn't make your ego bad. You know what I'm saying? It's learning how to use the different tools. So that's what I see in your energy. At the heart of this reading, though, is that you are supported, that you are coming more into yourself, and that there are things that are going to be coming in order for you to clear. Like that haunted house, there are things that you need to deal with about yourself that you either think are bad or whatever they are. But the energy of this is like they need to be cleared, because it's all a part of you, and every single part of you is amazing. It's really coming to know that. People can say it. It's another thing with actually knowing it within your being. All right, that's what I have for you.